Welcome back to another exclusive look at the pinnacle of automotive craftsmanship as we journey to the rolling hills of Oxfordshire, England, where the visionaries at Theon Design have just pulled the silk off their most ambitious project to date. In a world increasingly obsessed with digital interfaces and autonomous driving, there remains a dedicated faction of enthusiasts who crave the raw, unadulterated sensation of an air-cooled flat six and a manual gearbox.
Theon Design has long been a titan in the Porsche Restomod scene, but their latest creation, known internally as the GBR003, takes the concept of the perfect 911 and elevates it to a level that challenges even the mightiest modern machinery from Stuttgart. This isn't just a restored classic, it is a comprehensive re-engineering of the 964 generation 911 that manages to boast a power-to-weight ratio superior to a brand-new 992 generation Porsche GT3 RS.
Today, we are diving deep into the engineering marvel that makes this car a lighter, more visceral, and perhaps more desirable alternative to the high-tech track monsters of the modern era. The story of the GBR003 begins with a donor Porsche 964, which is stripped down to its bare metal chassis before being reinforced for the incredible performance that is about to be injected into its DNA. However, the most striking aspect of this build is the bodywork. Theon Design has replaced every single exterior panel with aerospace-grade carbon fiber, crafted to the highest standards of precision. By utilizing these lightweight materials, the team has managed to shed hundreds of pounds of unnecessary mass, resulting in a vehicle that tips the scales at an incredibly lithe 1,060 kilograms. To put that into perspective, that is nearly 400 kilograms lighter than a modern GT3 RS. This fanatical commitment to weight reduction isn't just for show. It forms the foundation for a driving experience that feels alert, nimble, and telepathic in a way that modern cars simply cannot replicate due to their sheer size and complexity.
Underneath the carbon fiber skin lies the beating heart of this beast, a 4-liter naturally aspirated flat-six engine that is a true work of mechanical art. Theon Design has spared no expense in developing this power plant, which features independent throttle bodies and a sophisticated engine management system to ensure that it revs with the urgency of a race car while remaining tractable enough for the street.
This 4-liter unit produces a staggering 405 horsepower, which when combined with the car's ultra-lightweight construction, gives it a power-to-weight ratio that rivals the most elite supercars in production today. The sound produced by this air-cooled masterpiece is channeled through a bespoke ceramic-coated exhaust system that provides a deep, resonant growl at low revs before transitioning into a high-pitched metallic shriek as you approach the red line. It is a symphony of internal combustion that serves as a constant reminder of why the air-cooled era remains the golden age for many Porsche purists. Harnessing all that power requires a drivetrain that is just as sophisticated, and Theon Design has opted for a modified 6-speed manual gearbox sourced from a 993 generation 911. The shift action has been meticulously refined to offer short, crisp throws that make every gear change a rewarding event. Power is sent to the rear wheels through a wave-track limited-slip differential, ensuring that the GBR003 can put its power down effectively, whether you are powering out of a tight hairpin or accelerating hard on a fast sweeper. To ensure that the chassis can keep up with the engine, the team has installed a sophisticated tractive active suspension system. This setup allows the driver to switch between multiple damping modes on the fly, transitioning the car from a compliant Grand Tourer to a focused track weapon at the touch of a button. It is this duality of character that makes the Theon Design 911 such a compelling proposition for the modern collector. Braking performance is equally impressive, with a set of carbon ceramic rotors clamped by powerful calipers that provide fade-free stopping power even under the most demanding conditions. These brakes are tucked behind a set of stunning 18-inch Fuchs-style wheels that pay homage to Porsche's racing heritage while providing the necessary clearance for the modern hardware. The wheels are wrapped in high-performance Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tires, which offer the perfect balance of dry grip and wet weather confidence. Every component on this car, from the suspension bushings to the steering rack, has been evaluated and upgraded to ensure that the feedback through the steering wheel and the seat of your pants is as clear and detailed as possible. The interior of the GBR003 is a masterclass in bespoke luxury and minimalist design. Theon Design has reimagined the classic 911 cabin using a blend of the finest leathers, woven textiles, and machined aluminum. The seats are custom carbon fiber buckets that provide exceptional support during spirited driving, while being upholstered in a beautiful tan leather that adds a sense of warmth to the cabin. The dashboard retains the classic 5-gauge layout that is synonymous with the 911, but the instruments themselves have been updated with modern movements and custom faces. Despite the vintage aesthetic, the car is equipped with modern conveniences like a high-end focal audio system and an integrated phone mount that provides navigation without cluttering the timeless design of the dash.
There is a tangible sense of quality in every switch and dial, reminding the occupant that this car was built by hand, by people who truly love their craft. As we look at the broader landscape of the automotive industry in 2026, it is cars like the Theon Design GBR003 that remind us of the enduring appeal of the analog experience. While the big manufacturers are engaged in a technological arms race to see who can produce the most screens or the fastest charging times, Theon Design is focused on the relationship between the driver, the machine, and the road.
This car is a celebration of mechanical purity and a testament to what can be achieved when you combine classic design with modern materials and engineering. It is a vehicle that doesn't just transport you from point A to point B. It transforms the journey into an event that you will want to relive over and over again. Of course, such a level of perfection comes at a significant cost. Each Theon Design build is a bespoke commission, and the price reflects the thousands of hours of labor and the high-end components required to bring it to life. For the lucky few who will get to own one, the GBR003 represents the ultimate expression of the Porsche 911. It is a car that honors the past while outperforming the present, and it stands as one of the most exciting and significant Restomods of the decade. As the world moves toward a silent and autonomous future, machines like this will only become more precious, serving as a loud, glorious, and manual reminder of why we fell in love with cars in the first place. Thank you for joining us for this look at a true automotive masterpiece, and stay tuned as we continue to bring you the latest and greatest from the world of high-performance machinery.